However, I have to file a motion to get him to leave me alone so we can both go and live our life in peace. Like, I'm confused because y'all know peace is what I want. Like, I don't want no smoke, bruh. Like, I'm too happy right now.
Looks like things went left fast for Teyana Taylor after her split, because the internet says she ended up getting clowned by Iman Shumpert once her situation with Aaron Pierre fell apart. The whole Mufasa fantasy collapsed in record time, and not even a full year later, the fallout got even messier. Not only did that relationship allegedly end, but rumors say Aaron ran straight back to his ex. And now she's reportedly expecting, turning the entire breakup into a public embarrassment spiral for Teyana. And it doesn't stop there, because while Teyana is still dealing with the public side-eye, word is that Iman Shumpert is enjoying every second of it. After allegedly spiraling when Teyana first moved on, insiders claim Iman flipped the switch real quick and is now mocking the situation, tossing shade, and acting like he won something. The energy allegedly shifted from hurt to petty, and people are saying he's loving the attention way too much. This situation is already a mess, but now folks are questioning how far Iman is taking it. Instead of staying quiet, he's reportedly making shady posts that feel way too targeted to be a coincidence. The timing, the captions, the energy, it's all giving direct hit, and people online peeped it immediately. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get nastier, the chatter got even uglier. Insiders are claiming Iman has been running his mouth, allegedly saying nobody will want Teyana because she's a single mom and that no man would ever take her seriously. That's not just shady, that's cold and unnecessary. Especially knowing how bothered he supposedly was about her moving on in the first place, the switch-up is wild. Whether it's bruised ego or pure bitterness, this whole situation has turned into a loud, messy back and forth that everyone can see unfolding in real time. Honestly, it's not shocking that he'd move cold like this. But what makes it worse is that fans already clocked the setup from the jump. A lot of people were side-eyeing the situation early on, warning that Mufasa might have been using Teyana more for visibility than love. Sure, his career popped after that role. But let's be real, nothing boosts a buzz faster than being linked to a high-profile star like Teyana Taylor.
It's not true. Y'all forgot after the divorce, he went and did skits. He went and did skits, creating a narrative about the da-da-da. Man, that lady took you for all you got, da-da-da. He went and did skits. He's been throwing shots at me the whole time through his music. He's doing skits. Like, at the end of the day, y'all didn't see me do none of that. I've done nothing but work my ass off and mind my business.
From the start, the power dynamic felt off, and fans noticed immediately. Teyana was the one posting first, showing him off, and acting visibly smitten. Meanwhile, people online couldn't help but point out that she seemed way more invested than he ever did. She was hyping him up nonstop, while he stayed low, quiet, and mysterious, letting the attention roll without giving much back. When whispers started circulating that the relationship might be more PR than passion, Teyana shut that talk down fast. She insisted it was real, saying she felt shy and blessed whenever she spoke about him. She made it clear she was serious, but while she was opening up, it was straight silence from Aaron Pierre. No posts, no interviews, no reassurance, just crickets, and fans definitely peeped that imbalance. Of course, the internet did what it always does and started digging deeper. Rumors popped up that Aaron was still close with his ex, and people began questioning whether that chapter ever really closed. Some folks even believed the ex was still in the picture the entire time, right alongside his situation with Teyana. That alone had fans feeling like something wasn't adding up at all. So naturally, people started asking the real question: why would Aaron Pierre even need to date Teyana in the first place? Word on the street is that it mirrors a familiar industry move. Similar to how certain actors clean up their image after backlash, insiders believe this situation may have been about optics. Aaron had been catching heat for his dating history, and being linked to Teyana shifted the narrative fast. Whether coincidence or calculated, fans aren't convinced this was ever just about love. A huge part of his fan base is Black women who hype him heavy, and when they ride, they really ride. But once he started trying to break into the American market, the last thing he could afford was a reputation for only dating white women. That's where people believe Teyana suddenly entered the picture, and that's when another name started popping up in the background. A woman named Hannah Hurst.
One thing you will have clear is that Teyana ain't take nothing from Iman. Oh, and that $1 million y'all claiming, that 7-figure, 8-figure. It was a one-time fee of $1 million in damages. When Iman crashed the $400,000 Rolls Royce and Iman did whatever other stuff he did, that was the things he had to pay me back. Iman left me with a whole lot of shit. That's another thing. Let's be clear with that too. When you're dividing marital assets, when you're dividing houses and stuff, if it's still bills a part of it, if it's still whatever taxes, who you think got to pay for that? Because, bitch, let's be clear. Bitch, you think auntie want to be stuck paying taxes and bills and da-da-da-da, boom, boom, boom? No. But guess what? I've been doing.
From everything floating around online, Aaron and Hannah were not some casual situation at all. Leading up to his public moment with Teyana, he and Hannah were still looking solid. They were attending events together, even pulling up to a wedding as each other's dates. Let's be honest for a second, you don't bring someone to a wedding unless that's really your person. That move screams, we're locked in, whether you say it out loud or not. They looked so comfortable together that some people even thought it was their actual wedding day. The rumors went wild before they got shut down, but insiders later confirmed that Aaron was indeed dating Hannah Hurst around that time. According to reports, they had already been together when he first started buzzing back in 2021. When his name began circulating more, Hannah reportedly locked down her social media, which only made people more curious. But the drama didn't stop there at all. Just weeks before Aaron and Teyana went public, he allegedly posted a throwback photo of himself and Hannah with the caption, "My person." That alone had people raising eyebrows because the timing was way too close for comfort. Fans immediately started questioning what was really going on behind the scenes. And then came another surprise that shook the timeline. People remember when Aaron softly revealed he had a son, posting a photo holding the child's hand with the caption, "Sunshine." What caught everyone off guard is that multiple sources claim Teyana didn't even know he had a child when they first got together. Allegedly, she only found out after the relationship was already underway. Whether she discovered it privately or the same way everyone else did, insiders say that revelation came late. And now everyone's asking the same question. Who exactly is the baby mama? Yes, Hannah. That's the name people keep bringing up, and it's not just random talk either. The word going around is that after things ended with Teyana, Aaron allegedly went straight back to Hannah like nothing ever changed. And if that wasn't wild enough, insiders are now saying Hannah is pregnant again, baby number 2 on the way. From the leaked photos making rounds online, it looks like Aaron is about to be a father of 2 very soon, and that changes everything. According to the streets, this pregnancy is the real reason he finally pulled the plug on his situation with Teyana. The story being told is that he wanted to fix things with Hannah and lock in a real family image. And let's be honest, while he was linked to Teyana, his career definitely leveled up. New gigs, more visibility, better opportunities. His PR run did exactly what it was supposed to do. Sadly, that same glow-up didn't land the same way for Teyana at all. Reports claim Teyana was completely blindsided by the breakup. From her side, she genuinely believed what they had was solid and headed somewhere serious. She thought they were building something real, not just passing time. So, to get dropped like that, then immediately see him circle back to his past, hit way harder than people realize. And as if that wasn't enough, she's now dealing with Iman staying messy nonstop. From sunup to sundown, the shade has been loud. The moment the breakup news hit, it was obvious he was going to jump all over it. He never hid how salty he was when Teyana first moved on, and once she went public with Mufasa, his behavior allegedly got even nastier. People haven't forgotten how things spiraled during the divorce either.
Shit only got put out because Iman leaked the divorce documents from Jump Street. Our divorce was private. Our proceedings was private. Everything was private for a whole year. Y'all didn't even know. I'm gonna give you one even better. The same time that I filed for divorce, I still had Iman opening up for me on tour. Iman was still with me on tour. Let's talk about it. Iman was with me on tour. And maybe it's not him, maybe it's his lawyers. But y'all all still together. I don't play that. You have the control to tell your lawyers what to do. It's awfully strange how every single time something come out about me, it come out on the same blog. It starts off little, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I have the proof that you're paying people to post this stuff. Like, come on. Like, this is just, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Teyana previously hinted that the process was way harder than it needed to be. She claimed stories were pushed, making it seem like she cleaned him out, and she strongly denied that narrative. Now, with new articles allegedly coming from Iman's side again, folks are starting to feel like this mess is far from over, and the pressure on Teyana just keeps stacking up. She wasn't having that narrative at all. When rumors started spreading that she was greedy and trying to grab everything he earned during his NBA days, Teyana shut it down immediately. She made it clear that everything she received in the settlement was rightfully hers. No funny business, no sneaky moves, just what the law already decided. Things escalated when she even asked the court to hold him in contempt for allegedly leaking private details to the public. At one point, she went as far as asking for serious consequences, but later admitted she was acting off pure frustration. She said she didn't actually want him locked up. She was just angry and tired of feeling played. Still, she stood firm that the leaks were intentional and meant to paint her in a bad light. Teyana also claimed that her relationship with Aaron Pierre hit a nerve for Iman and sparked most of his behavior. According to her, seeing her move on is what really sent him spiraling, not the divorce itself. That jealousy, she implied, is what flipped the switch and turned everything extra messy. So yeah, it's clear Iman has been bitter about her love life for a while now. But judging by the posts he's been throwing up since Teyana got dumped, it looks like he's enjoying this moment way too much. The tone is smug, the timing is wild, and the satisfaction is obvious. Not too much on Teyana though, because this whole situation says way more about him than it does about her. What makes this whole situation even nastier is how calculated the timing feels. The breakup happens, the rumors start flying, and suddenly Iman's energy shifts from quiet bitterness to loud satisfaction. Every post, every caption, every slick little message feels like a victory lap, and people online are not missing it at all. It's not just shade anymore, it's full-on celebration, and that's what has folks looking at him sideways. From the outside, it looks like Iman waited for this exact moment. Ever since Teyana moved on, he's been sitting back watching, and now that things fell apart, he's acting like karma finally clocked in. The issue is, instead of letting life do its thing, he's inserting himself back into the mess like he never left. That constant poking only adds more pressure onto Teyana while she's already dealing with heartbreak and public embarrassment. And let's be clear, Teyana didn't just lose a relationship, she lost something she genuinely believed in. She wasn't treating it like a casual fling or a rebound situation. She moved with intention, publicly claimed her man, and stood 10 toes down when people questioned the motives. That's why the breakup hit so hard, because it wasn't just a loss, it was a blindside. Now add Iman's behavior into the mix, and the whole thing starts to feel unfair. Instead of staying neutral or focusing on his own life, he's seemingly feeding off her pain. That kind of energy doesn't come from healing, it comes from resentment that never really went away. And the internet knows the difference between moving on and moving messy. What's wild is that Teyana has kept her composure through most of this. No long rants, no dragging names, no explosive clapbacks. She's been quiet, reserved, and focused on herself, which only makes Iman's reactions look louder by comparison. When one person is silent and the other is performing, people start asking questions. At this point, the situation feels like less about love and more about ego. Ego's bruised, ego's exposed, and ego's fighting for the last word.
What I'm doing in peace, I'm begging y'all. I am begging y'all to let me get my back blown out in peace. All right, bye.
Teyana is caught in the middle of two men whose unresolved issues are now playing out in public. And while the internet keeps watching, one thing is clear. This story is far from over, and the tension is only getting thicker by the day. Now here's where things get even more interesting, because the talk on the streets is that Teyana isn't ready to let Aaron go just yet. Sources are saying she's still emotionally attached and not fully done with that chapter. People noticed she's been liking his posts on Instagram nonstop, staying visible, staying present, and making it clear she hasn't checked out. That alone has folks saying she's willing to fight for what she thought they had, and if that's true, Iman might end up eating his words real soon. So let's recap the chaos, because it's heavy. Teyana allegedly got played, then dumped, and now she's dealing with Iman dragging the situation for laughs. Meanwhile, Aaron is rumored to be running right back to Hannah, who's reportedly pregnant, with receipts floating everywhere and the embarrassment playing out in public. But don't get it twisted. Teyana isn't fading into the background quietly. She's still showing up, still watching, and still very much in the mix, whether anyone likes it or not. And now everything is sitting in this weird, uncomfortable space where nobody is saying much, but everybody is watching everything. The timelines are quiet, but the tension is loud, and that's usually when the mess gets worse. Every like, every post, every move is being dissected in real time, because this story has too many loose ends to just fade out quietly. People are waiting for the next shoe to drop, and the silence is almost louder than the chaos was. What's really got folks locked in is how different everyone's moving right now. Teyana is staying visible but calm, not crashing out, not doing interviews, not running her mouth. That kind of restraint says a lot, especially when the world expects a reaction. It gives, I know more than I'm saying, and that's exactly why people think there's way more happening behind the scenes than we'll ever see on Instagram. Meanwhile, Aaron's side of things feels rushed and messy, jumping from one situation back to another, pregnancy rumors swirling, old connections resurfacing. It all feels like damage control mixed with panic. Whether this was about love, image, or pressure, the optics aren't looking clean. And once the internet smells confusion, they don't let up at all. And then there's Iman, who seems way too invested for someone who claims to be unbothered. The constant posting, the slick captions, the timing, it's all giving unresolved feelings. People don't act this loud when they've healed, and that's why the public is split. Some see it as karma, others see it as bitterness that never got checked. The wild part is how quickly the narrative flipped. 1 minute, Teyana was glowing, moving on, and living her best life. The next, she's at the center of a humiliation cycle she never asked for. But history shows that women like Teyana don't stay down long, and they definitely don't lose quietly. If anything, pressure like this usually sparks a comeback. At the end of the day, nobody here looks completely innocent, but not everyone deserves the same level of smoke. Relationships end, feelings get hurt, and mistakes happen. But dragging things out publicly always says more about the person doing the dragging. And right now, the internet is clocking behavior, not just stories. One thing's for sure, this saga isn't wrapped up yet. Too many emotions, too many receipts, and too many egos still in play. Whether Teyana speaks, Aaron explains, or Iman keeps poking the bear, something else is coming. And when it does, you already know the timeline is going to explode all over again. So before you dip, make sure you smash that like button if you're riding with us, tap subscribe if you're a real one, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single messy update. Trust me, you're gonna wanna be here for the next video.